So I waited to do this until after the upcoming Dual Dokkan Fest would come out, and indeed it did. The reason I did not want to rainbow Great Ape Tora before that is because I knew Turles was going to be on this banner. We have the main Goku, we've got Evolution Blue Vegeta. I wanted to see what else might, happen or what might come up. But now I am comfortable going ahead and rainbowing this Great Ape Tora. He is one of the better support units in the game. He heals, he gives a massive attack buff, and he also gives 3 ki. This is a unit I likely will be using with frequency, so I did not mind going ahead and rainbowing him. He's a very solid unit and definitely the best unit from this recent batch of Great Ape Awakenings. So let's go ahead and test this bad boy out at 100% on probably the Pure Saiyan team. Alright guys, so this guy actually drops tonight on Global, and he is a phenomenal unit. Great Ape Tora. I had no problem going ahead and rainbowing him. He will be very valuable on any of his category teams. Specifically, eventually, I do think we will get a Super Battle Road stage for every single category that's out there. Even like Namekian category, World Tournament, Giant, all of them. They're all going to get categories because they gave one to Peppy Gals as a bit of a meme, but they also really scaled back the difficulty. So I think it's very likely we will see, all these other categories get these category Super Battle Road stages. So I do think it is important to focus some resources into some units like this Great Ape Tora, who will be tremendous on 3 category teams, the Low Class Warrior, Giant Team, and Pure Saiyan Team. Now, as of right now, the Giant Team after Metal Cooler's inclusion is definitely a real team now. Like, it's not a joke anymore. It's actually, I'm struggling to say good, but I feel like you could say it's good. Metal Cooler's just that good, and then, Lord Slug, Tora, a bunch of units have been added that will really add a lot to it, right? Also, we have a pretty bad rotation right here. I do want to push off Super Saiyan 3 Goku, too, so that he gets alongside Tora and Turles. I'd like to see, how strong our boy Tora can be. Now, Tora, right? One reason he's going to be so good. He is a support type unit. Obviously, you guys know how much I like support type units. But not only is Tora a support type unit, he gives 3 ki. Units that give 3 ki are very, very rare. Usually, only like Turles does that. And then, a lot of the 40% type support units give that, right? Like Tien, Second Form Cell, those type of units. They all give 3 ki. So for Tora to give 3 ki, that's a big deal. Tora also heals based on how many giant units are on the category. This will be good right here to see, 1, how much damage Tora can do, and 2, how well he could defend against that Int Metal Cooler right here. This is a very good rotation right here for Tora, by the way, that does activate a good amount of his links. Remember, since Tora is a Giant Ape card, he does have Saiyan Roar, which a lot of you guys will know as being a ridiculously powerful link for Super Saiyan 4s, which also have Saiyan Roar. That is a 25% attack link. So, if a lot of you guys out there want to build like a Super Saiyan 4 sort of... Oh, we got the counter! Nice! Yes, I love this counter animation, by the way. Boy bye! I love that. Now, again, Tora having Saiyan Roar will be fantastic for, building like a sort of Super Saiyan 4 centric Pure Saiyan team. You could bring the Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku, which we did. Great Ape Tora. You've got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You could bring Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Ultra full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We have a number of options who we kind of could do that with. I wonder... Nah. I was going to say, for a Super Saiyan 4 category, I knew you were going to do that. It really wouldn't be the worst if they allowed you to use Great Ape units on that category too, but nah. What am I talking about? That's crazy talk. Alright, so we didn't get really good key placement at all. I mean, this is the hardest rotation in this fight, so I guess it's cool maybe that we went Great Ape here, but at the same time, now we just sit and watch Metal Cooler super attack Great Apes over and over to minimal effect. Now, of this update for Global, that's going to bring a lot of these great apes, by the way. Shugesh, Borgos, they aight. But Tora, he is the jewel, the gem. Because as of right now, I don't believe LR Bardock is coming to Global tonight. It's possible, it is. But I just feel like they wouldn't, F over Global like that by making LR Bardock unfeatured compared to GP, where he was featured, right? I just think when LR Bardock arrives on Global, he's going to be on a featured LR banner. It's just what they're going to do. So, I don't think LR Bardock will be arriving tonight, unless they make him featured or something. But I don't think they're not going to surprise feature him, right? Oh, what if they dropped a Double Rates banner and the LR Bardock banner, though? That is something I suppose they could do. That looks really goofy, by the way. That Metal Cooler super attack on that Great Ape looked really, really goofy. I do like how Great Apes are just so much better, though. Okay, we took down the Int Metal Cooler. The two Metal Coolers here who are very powerful are the Int one and the AGL one. They're both capable of doing, basically 200k damage on super attacks. So, those are the two you are going to want to prioritize getting down. Alright, finally, here we go. So now we've got the rotation we are looking for. We have Turles, Great Ape Tora, and Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku. So I'm curious now on if we could actually get Tora over a 1 million attack stat. I don't know. I also don't think Turles should be in too much danger there. Yeah, he'll take a little bit of damage, but again, since we already have taken out two of the other Metal Coolers, we should be A-okay. Plus, now the SCR one is done. Yeah, we're totally fine. 800,000. Okay. I just wanted to see what Tora could get to. Again, he's a support type unit. It's about how much damage he's going to be bringing to other units. And then his healing, his lowering attack, he's just going to be so powerful. He really will bring a lot to the team. And then, of course, here's the rotation that everyone wants to run. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta plus Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. A lot of the times, I actually like running this one better than running the two Super Saiyan 4 Gokus together, because SCR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's just not as good of a defensive unit as Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? Whereas Vegeta, his defense still holds up very well, even nowadays. And his damage is fine, too. Hey, Blue Vegeta with the transformation. Okay, my boy, there we go. I would say probably the most common transformation we typically would see. All right, so here we go. Tora and Turles with a Evolution Blue Vegeta. Let's see how much they give our boy Blue Vegeta in terms of an attack buff. 1.4, okay, pretty good. That Blue Vegeta right there is not rainbowed. I think he had 2 dupes or 3 dupes, but that is still an impressive attack buff they are giving him. And then once, if Blue Vegeta, whenever he's able to get crits on those additional normals, they really are able to contribute a lot of extra damage. And then, of course, we know how Evolution Blue Vegeta gets down, where every single attack allows him a better and better chance to crit. I really like the design of the Evolution Blue Vegeta card. Very, very good. That's why so many players on Global were waiting for him for so long. But he was definitely worth the hype. It was not like false hype or anything. He really, really does carry his weights. And then again, it might have been hard to notice. Ooh, he took a lot of damage right there. Okay, that's interesting to note, that he's not really able to tank as well as I would like Tora. But again, he is a support type unit. But again, Tora has been healing. He recovers 6% HP per giant category on the team, up to a maximum of 18%. So he does that at the start of turn. So every rotation Tora has been on this squad we're bringing right here, Tora has been healing 12% HP. He will always heal at minimum 6% HP because he himself is a giant category unit. That's one good thing about, Borgo, Shugesh, and Tora. They all sort of have these abilities, based on giant category units being on the team, but they themselves activate that ability also. So you'll always have at least one on the team, that unit itself. So that's good for really Shugesh and Tora. since they, kind of buff the whole rotation. But let's go ahead and look at this Tora now, and let's see why he is so damn good. So this is Low Class Warriors Great Fight, Tora Giant Ape. His leader skill is AGL and SCR types key 2, and HP attack and defense 50%. That's actually pretty good for Dokkan Battlefield, by the way. If you have another unit, maybe like Caulifla as a sub-leader skill, so you can run Tora and then Caulifla, and then you could build a full STR and AGL team. Like, that's the thing. There are a lot of... I might do a video on that. Like, try and build some interesting teams you can with certain units like Tora or Caulifla. And, then you could have, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on that team. And Dokkan Battlefield is tough, but I do think, double 50% should be enough to where you can beat it, especially since you could have, again, like a powerful rotation of Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta on that team. Tora also does a super attack of the Flame Bullet, which does supreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack. Only problem with these Great Ape units is that they did not give them new super attacks. His passive is the Team's Guide. He gives all allies 3 ki and 30% attack. Very, very good. He recovers 6% HP per giant category ally on the team, up to 18%, so he can, 3 units basically. And he can turn into a giant ape up to 2 times. So he will be very good. Again, that giant ape transformation is amazing in the difficult modes. So, Super Battle Road, Dokkan Battlefield, Extreme Z Awakening, that will be very useful over there, especially with his healing too, since, a couple of those modes don't allow items. Now, his links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Team Bardock, Saiyan Pride, the Saiyan Lineage, Transform, Saiyan Roar, and Shattering the Limit. So very, very good. Tora is almost custom made to maximize LR Bardock's potential. I probably should have put LR Bardock on the team, but here's the thing. LR Bardock, if I put LR Bardock on that team today, he would have completely stolen the show from Tora. Like, people get mad when, like, I do that. Like, it's like, all right, today we're going to look at, LR Hercule, but I slide LR Vegito on the team, and then he gets, like, a 4 million attack set or something like that. Like, people usually get annoyed by that. So I wanted to avoid that and just, center this video specifically around Tora. And then I might do another one later on if y'all want on Tora and Bardock. But, if y'all did not see in my LR Prime Battle Vegeta video, that happened where I had LR Bardock and Tora next to each other, and LR Bardock was doing dirty, dirty things, basically. So Tora's 12 key multiplier is 140%. Fine, but, he's not a damage dealing unit, so it's not a big deal. And then he has 3 categories. He is on the low class warrior category, which definitely still has a ways to go to being a real team, but like the giant category team, the low class team now has had several buffs since it initially released. Great Ape Tora, LR Bardock, and Turles, all immense buffs that were not on this team when it first came out, so it's a lot better now thanks to them. Tora is, of course, also on the giant team, where he is easily like one of the top 3 units on that team. I would say it's probably Metal Cooler 1, Lord Slug 2, and then Tora. Maybe even Tora is better than Lord Slug, somewhere around those lines. But Tora, his inclusion on this the giant team makes it a lot better as well. And then, of course, on the Pure Saiyan team, I do find myself liking Turles as the #1 support unit I will bring on Pure Saiyans. And then Tora might be #2, actually, even over that GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Tora, I think, does fit just a little bit better, even if he doesn't give as much attack buff. The 3 key, I think, just completely outshines the the extra 3% attack that the GT Kid Goku does. So there we go, guys. Here is Great Ape Tora. He is an exceptional unit. Make sure you don't bother him or anything like that. He is so good, and he will continue to be good on any team he could be on. Support units like this are very powerful, and he heals. He does a lot. So thanks y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.